Tell me who put those bruises on you," rattling the silverware and silencing every person in the room. Claire Whitmore stood beside the breakfast cart with a white linen napkin clenched between her fingers, and the bitter smell of espresso hung in the air. A moment earlier, she had been pouring Matteo's coffee. Then her cuff caught on the brass handle of the pot and slid halfway up her arm. The marks around her wrists were dark, almost black beneath the chandelier light. Claire pulled down her sleeve. Matteo stared at her from the head of the table. His charcoal shirt was open at the collar, exposing the black tattoo that climbed the left side of his neck. More ink covered his hands and disappeared beneath his cuffs. He did not raise his voice again. "Nothing doesn't leave fingerprints. We have the Moretti dinner tonight. This is not the time to interrogate the staff." Matteo never looked away from Claire. "Then stop talking." The room went still. Claire could feel 6 pairs of eyes on her. She had survived years by becoming invisible quiet shoes, lowered gaze. He noticed the tremor in her fingers. He noticed that she kept her injured wrist pressed against her stomach. Worst of all, he noticed she was not surprised by his question. She was prepared for it. "I hit it on the pantry door," she said. "Which door?" "The downstairs one." Matteo leaned back slowly. Leather creaked beneath him. It was removed in March. Claire's throat tightened. She should have remembered. Vincent's mouth hardened. "Matteo, enough." Something cold passed through Matteo's eyes. Claire had seen that look only twice once when a business partner lied to him. "She works under my roof," he said. "That makes what happens to her my concern." Claire hated the relief that moved through her chest. Relief was dangerous. It made people careless. "Please," she whispered. "Let it go." Matteo rose. But the room seemed to shrink around him, then stopped when she moved back. He had respected the distance she asked for without saying a word. Claire bent to collect the napkins she had dropped. A folded paper slipped from her apron pocket and landed beside Matteo's shoe. He picked it up before she could reach it. Matteo read the page once. Then again. "You owe my family money?" No. His gaze lifted to hers. "Then why is your name on this?" She looked toward the doorway, already calculating how far she could get before security stopped her. Matteo folded the paper carefully and placed it inside his jacket. "Claire," he said, his voice quiet enough to feel like a locked door. "Whoever bruised your wrist also forged your signature." Her breath caught. Matteo turned to Vincent. Then he looked back at Claire. "You're coming to the library. And this time, you're going to tell me the truth." The library door closed behind Claire with a soft click that sounded far too final. The room smelled of old paper, polished oak, and the faint trace of expensive tobacco caught in the curtains. Matteo crossed to the desk without looking back. Rainwater silvered the windows behind him, outlining the black tattoo along the left side of his neck before it disappeared beneath his open collar. He placed a debt notice beside a green-shaded lamp. "Sit." Claire remained standing. Her narrow frame looked almost fragile in the plain black dress and white apron, but her chin stayed lifted. "I would rather not." Matteo turned. Dark ink covered the backs of his hands and ran across his fingers. That was not a request. For one brief second, something changed in his expression. $312,000, he said. 6 months overdue. Your name, your social security number, your address. Claire pressed her bruised wrist against her waist. The address belongs to my mother. The signature does not belong to you. You already figured that out. I want to hear you say it. She looked toward the rain-streaked glass. My stepfather signed my name. Matteo's jaw tightened. Howard Whitmore. Claire looked back sharply. You know him? He opened a thin folder that had been waiting on the desk. Claire stared at it. He had ordered someone to start digging before they even entered the room. Money left the loan account, Matteo continued, then moved through Whitmore Transport. After that, it disappeared. Evan took it. Her voice came out quieter than she intended. My brother, why are you paying it back? Claire gave a tired laugh with no humor in it. Because the house is in my mother's name. Howard said the bank would take it. He said Evan would go to prison. Matteo studied her face. She was beautiful in a way the severe uniform tried and failed to hide, with clear eyes and dark hair pinned neatly at her neck. So did Shane, though none of it belonged to her. And the bruises? He asked. Claire's shoulders stiffened. That is not part of the loan. You do not own this problem. The paper carries my family's seal. Matteo leaned forward, his tattooed fingers flattening against the desk. That means someone used my name to trap you. Claire swallowed. Howard wanted me to sign another guarantee last night. I said no. Silence settled between them. The rain tapped steadily against the windows. Claire did not answer. She did not need to. Matteo stopped immediately. The space between them remained untouched. I am not going to hurt you, he said. Men like you always say that right before they decide what is best for everyone else. The words landed harder than she expected. Matteo's expression went still. Tell me what you want. I want my mother left out of this. I want Evan kept alive. And I want Howard to admit what he did. That is a difficult list. Matteo picked up his phone. When are they coming back? Claire hesitated. Tonight. Howard said I had until 10. Then we have 13 hours. His phone vibrated before he could make the call. A message appeared on the screen, followed by a photograph. Matteo's eyes hardened. Claire saw only part of the image before he turned the phone away. But it was enough. Evan stood outside a downtown hotel, shaking hands with Serena Moretti, the woman Matteo was expected to announce as his future wife before midnight. What is it? Claire asked. Matteo slid the phone into his jacket. Your brother is not only stealing from you, his voice dropping into something cold and controlled. He is selling my family to the woman I am supposed to marry. He opened the library door and told Claire to stay inside. She followed him anyway. You do not get to lock me in a room while my brother meets your future wife. Matteo stopped in the hallway. Morning light cut across the black ink on his neck and hands, sharpening every hard line of him. Claire folded her arms, careful not to press the bruised wrist too tightly. My name is on the debt. My mother's house is tied to it. My brother is in that picture. He looked at her for a long moment, then handed her the phone. The photograph showed Evan outside the Jefferson Hotel, smiling nervously as Serena Moretti passed him a slim envelope. Claire zoomed in. That is not money. What is it? Matteo's expression changed. How do you know? Evan used to leave them on our kitchen counter. Whitmore Transport color codes every client. She pointed to the narrow blue stripe. That one belongs to a private customer. Matteo took back the phone. You notice everything. People stop hiding things when they think the maid is invisible. Men in dark suits move quietly through the halls. Doors closed. Phones rang once and stopped. Vincent found Matteo in the breakfast room and spoke as though Claire were not standing 10 feet away. Cancel whatever game you are playing. You announced the engagement before dessert. Then Whitmore is useful to her. Vincent adjusted his cuff links. Useful men are not always loyal men. Matteo's tattooed fingers curled around the back of a chair. Neither are future wives. Vincent lowered his voice. Claire felt the words strike somewhere deep, somewhere old. Matteo answered without looking away from his uncle. Vincent left with the smell of wool and expensive cologne trailing behind him. You should not risk an alliance because of me. I am not. That is not what it looks like. Matteo turned toward her. Your brother may be moving information through my warehouses. Serena may be buying it. Howard may be using your signature to cover both of them. I am protecting my family. And me? The question slipped out before she could stop it. Silence settled between them. Matteo's gaze dropped briefly to her wrist. You are standing in the middle of it. Instead, Claire heard what he did not say. He had not called her disposable. He had not told her to leave. Late that afternoon, she found him in the back kitchen with his suit jacket draped over a chair. The black tattoos on his forearms showed beneath rolled sleeves. An old gray dog sat beside him while Matteo measured medicine into a spoon. Claire stopped in the doorway. "I thought men like you had people for that." Matteo looked up. "Men like me? Men who make an entire dining room stop breathing. Bruno does not trust my people." The dog leaned against his leg. Matteo scratched behind its ear with surprising gentleness. Claire smiled despite herself. "This could ruin your reputation. I am very good at keeping secrets." His eyes found hers. The warmth left the moment. "That is what worries me." Claire stepped closer, stopping several feet away. "I kept this one because Howard said he would put my mother on the street." "And Evan?" "He said my brother would take the blame for everything." "Would he?" Claire looked down. "Evan has betrayed me before. I still do not want him destroyed. Mercy is expensive in my world." "Then maybe your world has been charging the wrong people." Before he could answer, his phone vibrated. He read the message, and the softness vanished from his face. "What happened?" Claire asked. Matteo reached for his jacket. "Whitmore Transport scheduled a shipment tonight." "To where?" "A warehouse Serena's family believes belongs to us." Claire felt the room turn cold. He looked at her with quiet certainty. "Which means someone is not trying to steal from me. They are trying to make me walk into a trap." By 7 that evening, crystal and candlelight, Claire stood near the sideboard in a fitted black service dress. Her dark hair pinned neatly at the nape of her neck, her bruised wrists hidden beneath a clean cuff. The table stretched nearly 20 feet beneath a brass chandelier. Silver knives caught the light. Red wine breathed in heavy glass decanters. The air smelled of roasted rosemary, polished wood, and rain drying on expensive wool coats. Matteo sat at the head of the table in a black suit with his collar open, the charcoal tattoo on the left side of his neck visible above the fabric. More ink covered his hands where they rested beside his untouched plate. He had told Claire to stay upstairs. She had ignored him. "You should not be here," he said quietly when she poured his water. "Neither should Serena," Claire replied without looking at him. "Yet here we are." A faint tension moved through his jaw. Across the table, Serena sat to Matteo's right in a dark green dress. Beautiful and composed, her smile sharp enough to feel rehearsed. Her father discussed ports, property, and shared interests. Nobody mentioned Evan. That made Claire more nervous than an accusation would have. She moved between the guests, refilling glasses and collecting plates. People spoke freely around her because they had already decided she did not matter. Near Serena's chair, Claire noticed a flash of blue inside the woman's small leather purse. A plastic access card. Her pulse quickened. Serena followed her gaze and closed the purse with one finger. "Careful," she murmured. "Curiosity is expensive." Claire kept her expression blank. "So it's borrowing things that do not belong to you." Serena's smile did not move. The room seemed to tilt, though Claire's hand stayed steady. "What did he give you?" Serena lifted her wine glass. "Your family's debt disappears. Your mother keeps her house. Everyone walks away." Claire leaned closer, as if adjusting the silverware. "And if I refuse?" Serena reached beneath the edge of the table and closed her hand around Claire's injured wrist. Pain flashed up Claire's arm, hot and immediate. But she did not pull away. Matteo's voice cut across the table. Every conversation stopped. Serena released Claire slowly and sat back. Matteo had not raised his voice. He did not need to. His tattooed fingers rested flat against the white tablecloth, perfectly still. "I was speaking to her," Serena said. "You were hurting her." Vincent cleared his throat. "Matteo, this is a family dinner. Then everyone should behave like family." Claire stepped back, holding her wrist against her side. "Are we delaying an alliance over a maid?" Matteo looked at Claire, then at Serena. I am asking why the woman I am expected to marry is carrying access credentials from a company using forged documents against my household. The silence became absolute. Serena's expression finally cracked. Only for a second. You have been listening to servants, Serena said. Claire reached into the hidden seam of her apron and removed a small flash drive. No, she said, placing it beside Matteo's plate. He has been listening to evidence. Vincent stared at it. Serena went pale. Matteo picked up the drive between two tattooed fingers. What is on this? Shipping records, transfers, calls between Evan and the Moretti office. Claire met Serena's eyes. And the offer she just made me. Matteo turned toward Serena with a calm that felt more dangerous than anger. Before he could speak, every light in the house went out. The chandelier died. The room dropped into darkness. Outside, tires screamed against wet pavement. Then a man's voice rose from the front hall. Claire knew it immediately. Howard Whitmore had arrived. The emergency lights flickered on, washing the dining room in a dim red glow. D1 tattooed hand. Nobody leaves this room. His voice was quiet, controlled and final. Claire stood beside him, her pulse pounding beneath the bruises on her wrists. Through the open doorway, Howard Whitmore appeared in a rain-soaked coat, with Evan closed behind him and Claire's mother between them. Margaret looked pale and confused, clutching her purse against her chest. Claire, she said softly, what is happening? He did not touch her. The black tattoo along his neck disappeared into his collar, while the ink across his hand showed clearly beneath the red lights. You came into my home without permission, Matteo said. Howard forced a nervous smile. I came to collect my daughter. She is not your daughter, Claire said. Howard looked past Matteo as if she had not spoken. She has been unstable since her father died. She lies. She creates problems and expects the family to clean them up. Claire felt the old shame rise in her throat, automatic and bitter. Then Matteo pulled out the chair beside his own. Sit down. Claire. Vincent stared at him. Matteo. She has been standing behind this family for 2 years. Matteo said. Tonight she sits at the table. Claire hesitated before taking the chair. The room watched her cross a line no servant was supposed to cross. Matteo placed a flash drive in front of her. Tell them. Her fingers trembled once, then stilled. Howard used my identity to guarantee loans for Whitmore Transport. Evan moved the money through company accounts. When I refused to sign another document, Margaret turned toward her husband. She did. Howard snapped. She has always been clumsy. Claire looked directly at him. The warehouse code on your documents was retired last spring. I changed it on every financial record after my father died. Evan's face lost color. Serena leaned back in her chair. This is a touching family argument, but it has nothing to do with us. Your office called Evan 14 times this month. She tapped the flash drive. The records are here. This dinner is over. Matteo placed his palm flat against the table. Sit. The single word stopped him. Vincent leaned toward Matteo. Think carefully. Hand over the maid, call the document stolen, and this ends quietly. Claire looked at Matteo. She expected calculation. She expected him to choose blood, money, and the future everyone had arranged for him. Matteo picked up the flash drive and set it beside Serena's untouched engagement ring. You are right, he told Vincent. I am choosing family. Then Matteo moved his chair closer to hers. I am choosing the person who protected this house while all of you were selling pieces of it. Serena stood. You would destroy an alliance for her? No, Matteo said. Howard stepped toward Claire. Get up. We are going home. Matteo rose at the same time, blocking his path. Claire could smell rain on Howard's coat and the faint smoke on Matteo's suit. Two worlds pressed against each other in the narrow space. She is not going anywhere with you, Matteo said. Margaret began to cry. Claire stood beside him, not behind him. Mom, tell me the truth. Is the house really in your name? Then she whispered, "Howard made me sign it over last month." Claire closed her eyes. It had only been the leash. You never planned to save her mother. Howard's confidence finally broke. "You will," Matteo said. Howard's explanation lasted less than 30 seconds before Claire understood he had never seen her as family. He saw her as a signature, a paycheck, and a quiet woman who could be frightened into carrying everyone else's mistakes. The company was failing, he said, standing beneath the red emergency lights. "I did what I had to do." Claire's mother sat near the end of the table, both hands wrapped around a glass of water. Matteo remained beside Claire, his black suit perfectly still, the tattoo on the left side of his neck stark against his open collar. "You took her money," Claire added, "and when I refused to sign again, you put your hands on me. Do not make this uglier than it was." Claire slowly pushed back her sleeve. "You already did that." Evan finally looked up. "Claire, nobody wanted you hurt. You met Serena Moretti behind my back." She offered a way out. "For you," Claire said. "Not for me." Serena rose from her chair. "This conversation is finished." One of her family's men moved toward Claire, reaching as if to remove the flash drive from the table. Matteo stepped between them before the man came within 3 feet of her. "Take another step," he said, "and the alliance ends before you reach the door." Serena's father stared at him. "You would sacrifice years of protection for a household employee?" Matteo removed the engagement ring from beside Serena's plate. He set it down with a small click that sounded louder than the storm outside. "The alliance ended when your daughter threatened someone under my roof." Vincent stood so quickly his chair struck the wall. "Matteo, think about what you are doing. Then we will find new routes." This is not pride. Claire felt the weight of every person watching her. She did not want to become the excuse for a war between families. She did not want Matteo destroying his future because he believed protecting her required destroying everyone else. "Stop," she said. Matteo turned toward her. "Claire, I will not let them use me to pull you into something worse." "They already used you." "Then give me the choice they never did." The room went quiet again. Matteo's expression hardened, not with anger, but with the effort of surrendering control. "What do you want?" Claire looked at Howard and Evan. "I want a written confession. I want every document carrying my name corrected. I want my mother's property returned to her. And I want the evidence given to people who can investigate it lawfully." Howard laughed once, but the sound broke in the middle. "You think he will let us walk out?" Claire looked at Matteo. This was the real test. Not whether he could punish them, but whether he could stop when she asked. Then he nodded. "They will answer for what they did." Relief moved through her so sharply that her knees weakened. Behind them, Margaret's glass slipped from her hands and shattered across the floor. She began breathing too fast, staring at the broken pieces as though the room had closed around her. Matteo immediately stepped away from the confrontation. He knelt beside her, ignoring the water soaking into his trousers. "Margaret, look at me," he said, his voice unexpectedly gentle. "You are safe. Breathe slowly." Claire watched the most feared man in the room steady her mother with the same tattooed hands everyone else feared. Then Vincent leaned close to Matteo and spoke under his breath. "You have traded your family's future for a maid." "No," he said. "I finally found a person in this house who understands what loyalty means." By 11:17 that night, Howard Whitmore was still pretending he had something left to negotiate, staring at the confession placed in front of him. The emergency lights had been replaced by warm lamps, but nobody had resumed dinner. The roast had gone cold. Outside, rain dragged across the windows like fingernails. Matteo stood beside the fireplace, his black jacket removed and his sleeves rolled to the forearms. Dark tattoos covered his hands and climbed toward his elbows, matching the ink along the left side of his neck. He had made 3 phone calls. He had raised his voice exactly 0 times. His transportation contracts had been suspended. The lenders who once returned his calls had suddenly stopped answering. He had simply removed every lie Howard had been standing on. "Sign it," Claire said. She sat beside her mother, no longer wearing her service apron. Without it, she looked different to the room. Still slim and graceful, still composed, but no longer invisible. "After everything I did for you." Claire almost laughed. "You mean after everything you did with my name?" Evan leaned forward. His face was pale beneath the dining room lights. "Claire, please, we can fix this privately. You had 6 months to tell me the truth." "So was I." She pulled back her cuff, revealing the fading marks on her wrist. "The difference is that I did not use you as a shield." Matteo watched Claire closely. He had offered to remove Howard and Evan from her life completely. She had refused. "You are certain?" he asked. "Giving the evidence to investigators, letting the courts decide what happens next." Howard scoffed. "Listen to him. He wants you to believe he respects the law now." Matteo's tattooed fingers tightened around the back of a chair, but he remained still. Claire answered before he could. "This is not about what Matteo believes. It is about what I choose." The use of his first name changed something in his expression. Only slightly, enough for her to notice. Howard pushed the confession away. Matteo checked the clock on the mantel. 11:40. "You will. And if I refuse, then your attorney receives the records without your cooperation. And every person you blame will know you had a chance to tell the truth." His tone stayed calm. Evan turned to Claire. "I am your brother. I made a mistake. You made the same mistake every month." Claire's voice softened, which somehow made the words land harder. "I love you. That does not mean I will carry this for you." Evan's eyes filled, but Claire did not look away. Matteo crossed the room and placed a pen beside Howard's hand. "Her mother receives the house free of your claims. Claire's name is removed from every debt. That is the offer." Howard looked around the table. Searching for support, Vincent stared into his untouched wine. No one spoke for Howard. "You are ruining your own family," he whispered to Claire. She shook her head. "No, I am finally refusing to let you ruin me." The grandfather clock began to chime. Howard signed. His hand shook so badly that the pen scratched across the paper. Matteo took the confession, read it once, and passed it to his attorney. Then he looked at Claire. There was no triumph in his face. Only quiet concern. "Is this what you wanted?" Claire looked at her mother, then at Evan, then at the bruises fading beneath her sleeve. "It is what I chose." Good. Howard and Evan were escorted from the room without shouting or spectacle. When the front doors closed, Claire released a breath she felt she had been holding for years. Matteo moved toward her, then stopped a few feet away. Waiting, Claire noticed the restraint, the choice he left in the space between them. After a moment, she crossed it herself. At 8 the next morning, Claire folded her black service dress into a cardboard box and told herself leaving was the only honest thing left to do. Rain still clung to the windows, and the hall smelled of cold coffee, floor polish, and the remains of a dinner nobody had finished. Howard and Evan were gone. The Moretti alliance was broken. Claire had spent half the night waiting for relief, but relief never came. Only the uncomfortable knowledge that Matteo had risked everything while she still worked in his house under a name tag. She placed her apron on top of the dress and carried the box toward the front entrance. Matteo stood at the bottom of the staircase in a charcoal shirt with the collar open. The black tattoo along the left side of his neck was visible, and his sleeves were rolled back, exposing the ink across his hands and forearms. Claire tightened her grip on the box. "I am resigning." No, that is not how resignations work. In this house, apparently they happen before breakfast. She almost smiled, but stopped herself. Matteo walked closer, then left several feet between them. "I do not feel responsible for you." You ended an engagement and challenged your own family because Serena betrayed mine, and you protected me. Claire looked down at the box. That is not a job description. No. This is. He held out a folder. She did not take it. What is that? A contract. That word has not brought me much luck. Read it before you insult it. The salary was nearly triple what she earned as a maid. Paid leave, a separate apartment allowance. No family debt attached. No hidden terms. You want me handling company finances? She asked. You found forged records my own people miss. Because nobody notices what they leave in front of a maid. Then stop being the maid. His voice softened. Sit at the table where they can see you. Claire read the final page. One sentence made her expression harden. That is standard. Picked up a pen and crossed out the sentence. Not anymore. Matteo glanced at the change. What would you replace it with? Claire wrote carefully. Employee retains the right to refuse any instruction that violates the law, professional ethics, or personal safety. Vincent entered from the hallway in time to hear her. Absolutely not. Claire turned. She is an employee, Matteo, not a partner. Matteo asked. Vincent's face tightened. Claire closed the folder. Your weakness was believing powerful people are always seated at the table. Matteo said nothing. He did not defend her. He let her words stand on their own. Vincent looked at him. You are allowing this? Matteo took the pen from Claire. Dark tattoos moved across his fingers as he signed beneath her revision. I am agreeing to it. Vincent left without another word. Claire stared at Matteo's signature. You did not even argue. Would it have changed your mind? No. Then it would have wasted breakfast. She finally smiled. Small, tired, real. Claire felt the warmth of his skin beneath the ink. Neither of them moved immediately. Then she pulled her hand back and signed. I work with you, she said. I do not belong to you. Matteo held her gaze. I know. Claire looked toward the box by the door. I still want my own apartment. It is in the contract. Within reason. I decide what reasonable means. One corner of his mouth lifted. That clause may require negotiation. For the first time since he had seen the bruises, the silence between them did not feel dangerous. It felt unfinished. Claire picked up the box, but instead of walking outside, she carried it toward the staff hallway. Where are you going? Matteo asked. To change. She looked back at him. 3 months later, been meant for Serena. The same long table. The same men who once spoke around Claire as if she were part of the furniture. But she no longer wore a service dress. She wore a tailored navy suit. Her dark hair loose over one shoulder. And the bruises on her wrists had faded until only she remembered where they had been. N. Losses. She had found false invoices, closed unsafe contracts, exchanged for business. Vincent turned the final page slowly. 11, Claire said. Matteo made me take Thanksgiving off. His black shirt was open at the collar, revealing the charcoal tattoo along the left side of his neck. Ink covered his hands and fingers, but the silverware no longer rattled when he moved. He had learned that control did not always require fear. She complained the entire day, he said. You invited 14 people and called it a quiet dinner. Vincent did not, but his expression softened by half an inch. In that family, it counted as applause. With the lease and every utility bill in her own name. Howard and Evan were awaiting trial on financial charges. Claire had visited Evan once. She had not forgiven him, but she had refused to hate him. Matteo had not understood that choice at first. He did now. After dinner, Claire found him on the balcony overlooking the city. Rain had left the stone railing cold and the streets below shining gold beneath the lamps. Milk, no sugar. Claire accepted it. You remembered. He glanced at her. And now? Now it sounds like effort. Somewhere below, a car moved through wet traffic. Matteo rested his tattooed hands on the railing. Vincent thinks anything invented after 1990 is suspicious. He also thinks I listen to you too much. Claire took a slow sip of coffee. Do you? Yes. The answer came without hesitation. She looked at him. That does not bother you? It did. Matteo's voice was quieter than usual. I spent years believing power meant making every decision before someone else could make it for me. Then you stood in my dining room, with your family demanding obedience and mine demanding sacrifice. And you refused to become cruel just because cruelty was available. Claire looked down at her wrist. I was afraid. I know. So am I that admission carried more weight than any promise he could have made? Claire turned toward him. You did not save me. Matteo. His expression did not change, but his shoulders tightened. I know that too. You opened the door. And then you rewrote the contract. A faint smile touched his mouth. Claire set her cup down. I stayed because when you had enough power to choose for me, you stopped. You let me leave. That is why I could come back. Matteo looked at her for a long time. And if you decide to leave tomorrow, you let me. She saw it in the way his tattooed fingers tightened against the stone. Still, he nodded. I let you. Claire placed her hand over his. Not because she owed him. Because a dangerous man had learned that protection without choice was only another kind of cage. And a woman everyone had mistaken for powerless had taught him that honor was not measured by how much fear he could command. It was measured by what he refused to take. Below them. Matteo turned his hand beneath hers, holding it gently. Claire did not ask whether his world would ever become safe. He did not insult her with that promise. Knowing love had not rescued either of them from the darkness. It had taught them how to enter it without losing themselves.